talking with Julie Edge here. It's about education, and I think it's your ongoing mission almost. You've been asking in the House of Keys, Ofsted getting this, well, I presume you want Ofsted, schools anyway, you want outside people to come in and to review what they're doing. You're getting not any support, by the way, on this side so far?
No,
from
no,
Mr.
the Minister's clearly said he has no intention of bringing external validation in. The reason I keep bringing it up, Paul, and I have done for some time in various questions and that, is that the Department of Education hasn't had an external validation since 2002. And I feel that it's not appropriate when they are doing external validation for our schools. And if you're doing external validation for your schools, surely the centre and the actual department should be done. What
do you know then, or think you know about the situation? Is there something going on that worries you then? The level, the qualities? I mean, we've had this other gentleman who's done his tables and that sort of thing. Are we on the same lines here? Is there, in your view, a problem in education on the Isle of Man?
I just think that we need to have a fair process, and that we're putting all this pressure on our teachers and our head teachers for external validation, and I don't understand the objection to having it done for the department. I'm very aware of what was in the original report. I have a copy of it.
Right.
I can provide that to you.
So Ofsted did a report on the Isle of Man years ago, right?
They did a report on the Department of Education years ago. There was a number of recommendations. I agree some of them have been implemented, but I'm not certain that all of them have.
Are the things you want to see done then? What is it you want?
Well, what's the point of having a review if you then don't make sure that has been carried out and things have been put in place? I know it's changed considerably since then. There's a lot changed, but it's important for the people of the Isle of Man. It's important for our teachers to see that the department that is operating correctly and operating in the manner that they're expected to meet all these criteria, and the department should be made to. And without an external review, how are we ever going to find that out?
Are the things that you want to see changed then? I mean, this is your area, right? What is going on? I'm trying to get to
the Minister actually recognised that yesterday, that I did work in education, for 20 years. So
he wasn't giving long answers as usual, was he?
No, there wasn't very many answers, to be honest. And obviously that's what happened last week in the House of Keys when I asked about the external validation.
Well, the Chief Minister was also not on your side on that one.
No, and I was actually quite concerned really that at the tone that we're seeing in the House at the present time, and certainly from the Chief Minister, he actually said, are we going to be doing external reviews and reviewing the reviewers? There's no reviewer of the Department of Education. They talked about internal audit. That's a totally different process than a professional body reviewing the Department of Education from an educational perspective and ensuring that they're complying and helping support their schools. That's what their role is. So
what did you make of those league tables, by the way? Did you the comparisons? I know it wasn't an official comparison, but is you worried? Does that worry you as well?
Well, I think it highlights that there is some concerning figures there, and obviously, I'm sorry I can't remember the gentleman's name, but I think it's a great piece of work that he's done, and obviously, this type of factual and statistical information is what Ofsted would look at. They would look at the facts and figures from the department, so that although an external person's done them, the figures that the department have, and Ofsted would do an inspection on them.
Do you think, because health got it, there is a reason there for you to ask for a review?
Yeah, I feel that it's long overdue. 2002 is a long time ago. A lot's changed. Obviously, there's a whole new management team in the department, and we need to ensure that they are operating under the correct professional ethos for an education department. The Minister always says we're not an education department like in the UK. They're run by local authorities. I get that. They're an LEA. We have an LEA number, and we have to be part of that to be able to do our examinations. And an external review of all the facts and figures, I think, would be really helpful.
Where do you go to next? I mean, you're obviously knocking on this door a lot, but you're not getting it open in your view. So what can you do?
Well, obviously, one of my other colleagues has started bringing up the same issue now. Daphne Kane from Garth, and obviously, we're both coming up with the same suggestions. So hopefully, we'll be able to drive some change forward.
Do you have confidence in the Minister?
I'm concerned that we're not really getting straight answers, particularly on the floor of the House.
I take that you haven't got confidence in him then.
Well, I'm not saying I haven't got complete confidence in him. There's some areas that they are conform. However, let's talk about student grants.
Yeah.
That's been ongoing since 2017, and they're only coming forward in 2019. I've raised that.
But they are coming forward now.
So they're coming forward, but it's taken two and a half years to review that. You know, what's their importance to the people of the Isle of Man and to our students who and families struggling to send their young ones to university. So there are a few things, you know, that I am concerned about, and these are all areas that would be looked at by an external, external validation.
Before I let you go, Post Office, just an update. Have you got anything at this time? We're recording this on Thursday. Anything happening? Any movement?
The CEO has been in discussions further with the CWU, and he's got further meetings next week.
Are you hopeful?
Well, you know, we've put forward another proposal.
Oh, you're making some more changes?
Well, we've sort of taken into account what was discussed last time. We've gone forward with our proposal with regards to that. And
optimistic?
Obviously, I feel we need to get to some point of movement, Paul, because at the end of the day, we've got a valued workforce. The last thing I want to see is them being out on strike for things that I think we can resolve.